you talk in the book about the God voice technique. Could you run us through what this is and why it's important?
So many people don't understand the power of your tonality. The way you talk expresses your emotions, and when you can express your emotions through your tone, it affects the person listening to you. So if I sat there today saying, you've got to be really good at job interviews, you've got to hold yourself really well, you've got to look at people's eyes, it's not going to inspire you. But I'm trying to create inspiration through my tonality by using long sentences and rising them at the end and emphasizing key words. You can use tonality to really influence how people respond to what you are saying. So what people need to do is improve their voice. And one of the techniques we use in the book is getting quiet people to imagine shouting their interview answers over a lake to a person on the other side of that lake. And when I mentor people I joined International Toastmaster and I mentor people there. And we get people to imagine shouting to the person at the back of the stage, because so many people whisper what they're going to say. And if an employer can't hear your words, they're not going to listen to you. And if your voice is monotone, they're not going to be emotionally affected by what you have to say. So you need to have like a power voice, like a God voice, that comes from inside you, that comes from your stomach and your chest. Don't just talk from your mouth. Feel the emotions that you want other people to feel, and that will be expressed through your tonality.
And this is something people should practice, in front of the mirror or just by themselves when they're walking the dog?
Yeah, definitely. Like when we teach people to public speak and to improve those skills, we first get people to, and you do this with interview answers as well, so predict the questions, write out your answers, and you'll probably edit them 3 or 4 times, and then you want to be saying it out loud in a room, and then you want to be looking at the mirror and then saying it into the mirror, and each time you want to be thinking about tweaking little parts of your speech or little parts of your interview answers. Then if you have got a quiet voice, you want to be standing at one end of the room and shouting your answers to the other end of the room, because what you find is in your body, the way you talk affects your emotions. So people who are very quiet, they feel often their voice at the top of their chest, where people who have a strong, powerful voice will talk from their stomach or the bottom of their chest. So when you're shouting from one end of the room to the other, you'll feel that voice coming from a different part of your body. And when you anchor that feeling, you can then use that in the job interview, so you can talk from that part of your body. It doesn't mean you have to shout in the interview, but the power comes from when you talk from.